It's that time again. What's up, everybody? This is Dads Lads Kebabs. Hope you enjoy the show. Deuces.
Boom, good evening, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the fantastic episode of Dads, Lads, and Kebabs. Deuces.
Hello.
Fuck off.
No, you cursed that last time. It's the second attempt to fucking record this program.
Well, let's just record it then. Anyway, just before we
Yeah.
get started, and before I show you and do the intros and stuff, I've read about a new exciting adventure that really takes my fancy. Train station in London, new coffee shop, and the name of the coffee shop is Flat White or Fuck Off.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
I think that's an awesome idea.
That is a great idea, I think. I'd do that.
Premise behind it is that, you know, when you stood behind some dick who wants 4 matcha lattes and a caramel frappuccino, this coffee shop doesn't sell them. It's a simple flat white or fuck off. You walk up, they've got a bunch of flat whites ready to go. You know, no oat milk, no coconut milk. Sorry, keto people on keto, but the answer is fuck off.
Oh, that's not fun. How am I supposed to have my coconut flat white? Can I just add it? I have to buy it myself.
Yeah, but they're not going to just make you. They're not going to make you an Americano and froth up your coconut fucking sour milk.
I don't want a shitty Americano, thanks.
Well, good. Because it's a simple thing. It's a flat white.
No, flat white is not an Americano, though.
No,
So,
it's not.
Well, there you go then. Doesn't matter. I can drink flat white with normal milk. I'm not going to die.
No, you won't. You will not die.
My leg would just fall off.
Possibly. But then, you know, that swings and roundabouts. You still get your coffee, right?
Yeah, just have to hobble.
There you go. There you go. So, Mickey, what the hell have you got in store for tonight? You told me you got a bunch of questions for me, and I'm here to answer them. You had your questions last week, and we had a very deep song. Jesus Christ, that looks deep.
Yeah, man, you made me go deeper than a fucking porn star. So tonight we are gonna get deeper than a Titanic hole.
I'm excited for this because I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest.
Okay. So yes, obviously last week we did Mickey through the darkness, as I called it. You got deep in my emotions. What really goes on behind this forehead. And tonight it is Niall's turn. And I've seen lots and lots of clips on TikTok from Pete Wicks, where the idea sort of came from. And he's asking everybody the same questions. So fuck it, we can do it.
Okay.
Man-made. So Niall, question 1. No, I'm not doing that. What is your definition of a man?
Ooh. I don't know. Responsible. Leadership. Integrity.
Yeah.
And just fucking own your presence, own your space, own your own, you know, your own fucking mentality of just being a man. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being a man. So we get it right, we get it wrong, we get frustrated, we get tired. You know,
All the time.
I mean, you know, you're either 0% or you're 100% all the time. You know, but just having the morals and having the ability to admit when you're wrong is probably a good definition for me.
Does being a dad change that definition for you?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Purely because before, let's call it, responsibilities took over, I think my perception of being a man was being the alpha side of it. Like you said, like you kindly posted that first clip of your first opinion of me when we first met.
That did well.
That Niall was all about the alpha side and all about you've got to be bigger, stronger, faster than everybody else. You've got to sort of have a presence about you. And then as soon as being a dad came involved, all that premise went out the window. Not all of it, because I still believe that, you know, I think as lions and wolves and everything else, there's always got to be that fucking there's always got to be that leader, hasn't there? You know, I'm the dad. I've got 2 children, and for me, that means I've got a family to look after, protect, and everything else in between. Um, but yeah, it's changed a lot because there's now more to being a man than what I originally thought a man was, and the responsibility side of it, and the morals now that I hold are the morals that I'm going to pass on to my children.
Yeah.
So that's even more important. And again, not to forget yourself as well, because I think as blokes we all do that. We all forget what's important. We let life struggles get ahead of us, and we can all. I think now as well more than ever we can get lost in what we want to do. And I think as a parent, you go, actually, do you know what? It's not really all about what I want to achieve and what I want to do. I've now got kids to focus on. So yeah, 100% changes my perception of what a man should be. But again, the responsibility side and the integrity side is always at the forefront for sure.
Well, when you're a dad, you have to take responsibility anyway. So it
Yeah,
just increases the level, I think,
it does.
doesn't
And
it?
I think the responsibility now is that you now have the people that depend on you to be who you are and be successful and be able to provide and protect and everything else.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
So, who is Niall when no one is around?
Oh, he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
I think, honestly,
yeah.
I think the person that definitely I wear my heart on my sleeve. I want to achieve more than I know that I'm capable of. And fuck me, I have all the ideas in my head, but my mentality will stop the things I want to do sometimes because I think I feel I've got fear of failure and fear of not succeeding in the things that I want to do. And I think sometimes that's why I haven't pushed myself as far as I could go because that fear. And then the other side of it is, fuck me, I try and be happy all the time. Happy being anything that will make me happy, I will try and do. My like family, friends, socializing, work.
Does that mean that when there's no one around and you're on your own, that changes then? You don't have to fake. Do you fake being happy sometimes, and then when there's no one around, you could just be Niall? You don't have to.
I wouldn't say I fake being happy. I will say sometimes I don't truly say how I feel. Um, just through the fact that I think my problems are my own, and if I've always been a believer of no one's coming, no one's coming to fucking rescue you. Yes, it's sort your shit
They're
out and
not.
deal with it. But then again, flip side again, when I am on my own, I'm talking to myself. I make myself laugh. You know what I mean?
In front of a mirror.
I sing,
Hello.
sing
Hi
the
Niall.
fucking house.
Hello.
I think I am some form of fucking amazing singer when I'm on my own because that's all I do is sing.
Yeah.
Um, and again, like I said this to you last week. It's like the person that's in here, like you've got a person in here, and you know that person here because you talk to that person in here all day long, and I've always showed up for myself. If that makes sense, like I've always been there for me,
Mm.
no matter what situation I've been in. I've always gone, actually, do you know what? The person you have got is the person that's inside of you, not the person that's showing the emotions, not the person that's feeling the problems or feeling the good times, but the person that will pick you up when the cards get drawn and it's not your hand.
That's very true.
I think for me, yeah. Like I said, I'm not the most confident person in the world, but then I'm now as I get older, I've learned there's fuck all to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of.
No, if you can accept who you are, if other people don't like that, then you've got nothing to lose. That's your superpower.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I mean, it's a good question. If if you're looking at yourself as who you are, what is your superpower? And I think my superpower is my ability to say nothing.
Silence is your superpower. I've always said that.
because I can sit with myself for a very long time and be quite content. Do you know? Do you know when you get? Do you know when you've had a really shit day and you get home from work and you take the day off, you take the clothes off, you shower, and you're just in your own environment, and you've got no plans, you don't have to go anywhere, and obviously different for you. Mine's. I've got my kids around me, I've got fucking all the house stuff to sort out and all that deal. However, that to me is shutting the world out is the best fucking thing. Best thing for me is to shut that world out and go, do you know what? Today I'm done. Today I'm done. And I love the noise of my own noise, my family's noise, the kids messing around and bathing the kids and fucking cooking dinner and all that stuff. I love all that.
Mm.
Because to me, it's like amongst my own four walls, it's just, yeah. And same as you, your four walls provides peace.
What is it that people misunderstand about you? Is there something in particular that people don't get? That they have like a preconceived idea of who Niall is, and then they meet Niall.
I would say sometimes maybe a bit people might think I'm a bit overconfident.
Yeah.
And sort of, people might think I'm a bit overconfident. Like I'm not too outspoken. I don't have to be the loudest one in the room. I don't have to make a show of myself. I don't know. I guess one of the difficult things that people might misconstrue or something is that the fact that sometimes I might show that I've got everything under control when inside it's total fucking chaos, and I'm just basically moving one pace at a time because that's how I deal with things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good. It's sometimes it's nice to prove people wrong
Mm.
when they judge you too much or too soon or whatever.
But
Like I
I
did
like
with you.
that. I like being judged. I like going. I like people. I love doubt. I love people's doubt because for me and I know it's such a cliche because everybody fucking says it, but I don't try. Like I said, I will never try and publish the things that are my achievements, or I'll never like things that I achieve. I achieve in silence on my own. I don't feel the need for people's um sort of affirmations or gratitude of things that I
No.
do. Um, and I'll always, you know what I mean? I've always believed in do things, do things that you really want to do in the quiet because you're the person that it matters most to. No one else gives a shit. And
No.
people love to steal that feeling of success that you've done it.
So what little things make you happy though? Because I've obviously got my happy book, just the little things. Maybe smiling and saying hello to someone in the morning. Sometimes that goes in my book. Is there little things that you do or you experience that tick that box that may not be a major thing?
My kids just doing little things, my son gets up at 4:30 and I get 2.5 hours before the day starts just with him being him,
Yeah,
being
natural.
just being
Himself playing.
just being a nut job and eating biscuits, and I'm sat there with my coffee and we've watched fucking the same TV show 100 times over, and
The theme tunes.
yeah, and for me just being, like I said, being in that environment where I'm just watching him, watching my daughter, having conversations with her about skincare and whatever, and listening to songs that I like. Now I know that she likes. So then we share songs, and I love that. I love that. Having a coffee, just having a coffee at the back door, just watching out. Music's a big one. Music is such a big one for me. And then I was going to say film. Film for me is a nice one. It's a way for me just to. I never knew how much film had a impact on me until I got older, and until it's now I've got a massive relationship with my brothers about film because that's how we communicate. We communicate about film, and we communicate about coming. You know, my brothers will come round for an evening, and we'll sit and watch 2 movies and have some food, and we'll just sit and talk about films and stuff that we're watching at the moment. So again, just really modest, natural stuff. Having a funny conversation with my missus. Making plans to travel is a good one for me as well. Because as much as I love my own 4 walls, I know there's a world out there that needs exploring. So,
Yeah.
and
Or
then sleep,
camping trips.
yeah, and then sleep. Sleep is my love language. I've got, I have
Boom,
got,
chick, wow, wow.
I have got a obsession with sleep. I fucking love a good sleep. I love a nap. Do you nap?
No, because I'm scared that I will disrupt my sleep at night.
Oh,
As much as
my
I want to.
my wife hates it. She fucking hates that I love a nap. Hates it because she doesn't, again, like you, she doesn't nap him because she's like, what are you, a baby? Whatever. But sometimes on a Saturday afternoon and like the day just hits right and my wife might go, right, I'm taking the kids out for an hour, we're gonna go and do this.
Yeah.
Most men would run upstairs and have a 5 knuckle shuffle. Me, I'm having 40 winks, mate. 40 winks and a war film in the background is just enough for me.
Oh, a nice bit of gunfire.
They say that.
helps to settle the mind.
They say, because obviously that's quite a common sleep sound, that people listen to war sounds in the background of like trenches and stuff and things like that. And they say that's could be a way of listening to your previous life.
Didn't know that.
And say, but yeah, loads of little. Here's the little things. Cooking is another one.
Yeah.
Getting my cooking on and messing up my kitchen and coming up with something that I haven't cooked before. Or lamb and mint sauce is a fucking sexy one.
Makes him happy.
Haircut, a clean car, a clean house, cleaning products is another thing that makes me happy.
B&M trip then.
Oh, it's not that. It's not all that shit, mate. I don't need fluffy rugs and cushion covers. But I mean, I like buying cleaning products.
That's where I buy my cleaning products from, B&M. So I
Candles.
don't know why you're moaning.
Candles, diffusers make me happy because I love nice smells. Aftershave makes me happy. Beans on toast makes me happy.
Niall's just listing everything he's ever liked in his life.
Listen, you asked for it. The thing is, they're so trivial because they're such small things, but driving to work with a coffee.
I don't know about driving to work, but definitely having a coffee.
Driving in my car. Speaking of coffee, I've got a new travel mug. Check this bad boy out.
Nice.
Just,
I like that.
it fits in the car perfectly as well. But it's mug version, so I like it.
That's good. Speaking of coffee, I've started drinking that diddly squat coffee now. So I've used the little thing that you put in that you got me for Christmas that you stick in your cup. Yeah, even my dad's on it now as well. We're both having it. And then the other day,
some more.
Yeah, he went and bought a coffee grinder because he wanted fresh coffee. So then I went out and bought the beans. So it's me and my dad now, we're putting beans in and grinding it and then putting it in the little cup thing. So yeah.
Put your beans in the freezer. Put your beans in a freezer.
Yeah.
100%. I freeze my beans, man. Preserves the taste.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, little tip for you there.
Yeah.
Coffee's a massive fucking part of my life.
Yeah. Coffee is good. Coffee is heaven, really.
Coffee's king.
Is there something that you struggle to admit to yourself? Would there be something that you know, not necessarily like an addict, but something that you think people say this, but is it really true about me? Could it be true? You know, should I take another look at
Um,
that? Is there anything that you?
I'd hate to admit it, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
It's health. I think you're quite knowledgeable with it, but I think, and I never don't like the word anxiety. I don't like it, but I believe multiple times a year I suffer from health anxiety.
Oh, you
Don't know
think you're
why.
ill?
I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I'm a Google symptomer. You know, I Google symptoms. Um, anything. You know, when you get older and you feel a pain in your chest, you're like, oh, this could be it. This could be me, and then it goes. You know, or
Oh shit, he's dying.
I'm like that, but just little things, man. I've beaten myself up for years, long periods of times as well, where I've always think the worst is going to happen. So I definitely know. I think the medical term is probably medical hypochondriac. The nice term is health anxiety.
Yeah.
Um, I'm probably both, but I don't try and put it on anybody. I'll sit and worry myself about it, and then that changes my mood. So when you said earlier about dealing with my own shit, is the fact that I have to deal with it within myself, and then whatever symptoms present themselves, I might book a GP appointment. I might, you know, buy some form of medication online or whatever, you know, or I might, you know, I might buy like, I bought a blood pressure machine. I bought
Plug myself in.
I bought worst thing I ever could have bought was a blood pressure machine, and then realised beforehand I had 3 coffees in about an hour. You know,
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you said that, and it's like, oh no, oh silly
it,
boy.
it's just yeah, silly things. But yeah, health. I think health anxiety for me is a big one. I think people around me know that, but at the same time, I don't know how they would put it and how what it would be. But then I don't tell everyone about it. So there you
No.
go.
Oh, okay, that's a good answer. So obviously, the way we work, the way we live, the way we try and men are portrayed in the world society nowadays. Do you think there's a pressure to be a certain way of to be a man nowadays? I think it's changed from my
I
personal
think
point of view.
yeah. I mean, it has changed, but then I think the older you get, the more you realise is that the more people try and fight for things that they feel like like male dominance, for example, or fucking toxic masculinity and stuff. I think it's all right to be a man, and I think it's all right to be a woman. You know, and I think it's all right for those two people to cross paths, and sometimes it's not going to end. It's not going to be the way we want it to be. Like, I mean, you know, we've both worked in female dominant roles. We've been the other end of the chain, right? We've both worked in roles where it was once upon a time female dominated, and even now, I work in a heavily female environment. My top bosses are females. Does it bother me? Does it fuck? Do you know what? And I'll be totally honest with you. I honestly strive to say some women are fucking great leaders. Maggie Thatcher on the other hand, Theresa May, that other one that lasted 2 weeks,
Liz
right?
Trust,
Right. On the other hand, not so much. However,
the Queen, yay.
yeah, I think if you see a problem with it, you've got a problem with. I think you've got a problem with sort of dominance side of it. Um, but no, I mean, I think women are great leaders. I think I come from a single mother, fucking a
Mm,
three, a, 4 kids, 3 jobs, a mortgage, cars to run, school trips to pay for, trousers to sew up, dinners to cook, all in between. She did it all on her own without any grumbling. So,
yeah.
I was brought up in a when as a child, my life was run by women, in strong, independent women. So no, not at all. I think women are great, and I think obviously the world that we live in today, I feel like everybody's got a point to prove.
Mm.
Um, I think obviously social media's got a lot to portray for it. Is the fact that there's people out there that will use their platforms to fucking portray people how they want to portray them, and I mean, there's been some idiots around. You know what I mean, spouting shit.
Andrew Tate,
Yeah, I mean,
how a man should be.
how a man should be, and I get, the thing is, I'll read a lot. Do you know what I mean? And I'll see both sides of the coin, and I'll see, some of the points. But then it's like, you know, his massive target audience is kids. Kids are seeing the stuff that he's seeing because the kids are growing up to be think that they've got to be, fucking in charge, and you got to be this and that. I think we're in a different world now, and I'm just happy to be a part of it rather than trying to fucking be a problem.
Mm. Good answer, Niall. It's better than the answer I would have given. So that's all good.
I know your toxic side would have come out.
Say, apart from when you're napping and there's no one in the house and you're having a shit, when are you your true self? Is it all the time? Is there certain times? Is it when you're with your kids? You're at your most natural, happiest, pure. That's the Niall that you want to always have.
Yeah,
Or is there other times?
I think when I'm around my kids, around my family, around you, like
No,
I
I
can,
don't think. I think you would. I think you would act differently around me than you would around your kids. I think you, because I'm a man, and you'll be like, oh, just a little bit. Yeah. I'm an
no, mate.
odd,
How long have you known?
odd bastard.
How long have you known me to be a fucking idiot for? How long
Yeah,
have you known me to be fucking hypochondriac, fucking A-class clown, fucking idiot?
yeah,
And just again, I naturally, yeah, I feel most natural when I am around people I know because
yeah.
I can be my
Yourself.
I can be my
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Whereas when I'm at work, obviously people think I'm really funny, and I'm like, oh shit, am I funny? Am I funny?
yeah.
Because people seem to think that I'm quite funny. I see people laughing at a lot of the things that I'm saying, and I know that I'm not making jokes about other people or anything like that, but people always think, fuck me, Niall's good with it. But then people always think I've got a lot of confidence as well, and that they carry that, they use that confidence and say, actually, do you know what? You know, no, can you do this and do this, or can you present this? And I'm more than happy to do that. And I'll always be put forward, even in an awkward situation. Whereas I can rationalize, I can deal with things.
See, I'm different. I would say I'm different at work than I am with my mum and dad, than I
Oh, I'm
am
different.
with
Yeah,
the kids
different.
and stuff. You adapt to the situations and the
Your
type of
environment.
person, your
Yeah.
personalities that you're dealing with. So yeah, I think it's it is what it is. I think people are different, but you have to be. You couldn't be the same. Well, some people are. Some people, them people that everybody hates. They're the same in every situation
What
with
you
their
see is what you
kids.
get.
Exactly. And I mean that's not a bad thing. But if you're a bit of a knob, then I don't think it's probably good. But maybe try and
I think
change a little bit.
I think I think it's sometimes maybe I try. The thing is, I'm so laid back about most things.
Mm.
Is
Oh,
I try not to I try not to look into things too much, and I just try to not to over evaluate. This is a learned thing. This is not an always thing. But I've tried to not over evaluate and think, shit, there's a problem here. Or this is going to go wrong,
mm.
um, and learn to live. Actually, do you know what? Be present within the moment rather than worry about what's not been. Because I said it to you before. I know I said it. I think I said it recently. Is that when I was younger, I was worried about when life would start, and I probably over my younger years, as much fun and things I did and all the fun that I had, I always worried about how am I going to get from being this Niall to being the Niall I am now, and being, I wanted a house and a car and kids and a wife and all in between, and the family holidays and be the dad and all that. And then all of a sudden, it didn't just it just kind of like trickled into place. And even now, like I'm like, it's not everything now. It's not. I haven't completed that. I feel like there's still more to come, and I don't know what that is, but there's still more to come. And I'm always striving for more. Like, I mean, so I've gone. I'm going back to, obviously, I'm doing some educational stuff at the moment, and again, I'm loving learning. I love some part of me. I didn't cope in school. I did not cope well because academically there were certain subjects I loved and certain subjects I just couldn't do.
Yeah.
You know, I just couldn't get my head numbers. I could never get my head around numbers. I just couldn't do it. I scraped it. Don't get me wrong. I scraped through numbers. I was fine. However, I just feel like through my younger years, as the saying goes, I blagged it. I just blagged it through my younger years in certain aspects, and now I'm enjoying actually going, do you know what? I want to see how this works. I want to understand that. I want to understand why people think this way, why they talk like this, or why, I just love learning now. So I'm excited that I'm doing some learning at the moment. I'm not excited that I've got to write 15,000 word essays, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's
Fair
good.
play to you. Better you than me, I think.
I know, tell me about it. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it was a great achievement at the time when I got signed up, and then now I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindsight comes in and hits you in the face.
Mhm.
So when was the last time you cried, and what caused that?
Oh, mate. Honestly, more than likely TikTok. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but sometimes, when TikTok will hit you at that random hour of the evening, and you'll see video after video on the same subject, and I'm like, I felt tears from that. Like, I think the last time I properly cried, that had, I don't know. No, see, I've had tears. I've had tears. I don't think I've cried in a very long time. I've had
Well,
tears.
just tears will do. You know.
Um,
I don't mean just wet eyes. I mean like you had to wipe them off.
oh, I'll say what it was, but then I'll say what the kind of what the gist is that it was BBC Children in Need. Children in Need, was that the yellow one, Pudsey?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were showing that Nick Knowles guy. You know, the guy that does,
DIY SOS. Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
And they built like a respite for terminally ill kids and their families to go and stay for the weekend. Like, so
Oh, yeah. Give them a break.
but it wasn't like, you drop your terminally ill child off there and go. They've got like little cabins where the whole family stays.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, I don't know, they just brought these kids in, and I was just like, people suffering gets me. I can't stand people suffering, no matter who they are. I just can't do it. I can't. I don't like seeing people struggle. It hurts me. It hurts me in like a way that I couldn't imagine. Is that I don't. I personally don't feel that, I'm not that important. But I know if I can do something for somebody else to impact their day, their life, whatever, that means everything to me. So that makes me emotional.
Yeah.
My kids, when my children were born, fuck me, I bawled my eyes out. Um, but then my daughter does and my boy does. I had tears in my eyes at my fucking daughter's Christmas play, or
Yeah. 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 Proud
tears, yeah,
happiness. Yeah. Yeah.
proud tears. But then
Yeah.
I think I did properly cry. I think I had a low moment. I had a low moment not so long, maybe no, maybe before Christmas. I had a low moment where I had a lot of feelings come on top, and I don't know what it was, but Yeah, that put me in a place.
I cried yesterday. Fucking TikTok. Do you know when it
Kids are
was? Mark put a post up yesterday. Well, I saw it yesterday anyway. He was. It's made it out like that he was in a dream, and he was talking to his mum. Yeah, and his mum was saying to him, Why you always want me to come to see you so quickly?" And he was like, "Because I'm gonna wake up soon." Fucking started bawling yesterday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't cope. I had to put the phone down, and I'm like, because I know obviously Mark lost his mum a few years ago, and it's like, wow, he's opening up, putting that shit out on Facebook, TikTok, etc. And I thought, wow, fair play to him. And then I sent my voice note. Couldn't even fucking talk. It took me 5 attempts, and I kept sending them all as well. And I was every time I spoke, the emotion was there, and I was fucking crying. And I'm like, oh, wow, man, you're a pussy.
no,
But
but that's no. See, that
and it's I had to get it out, and I'm like, wow. I just said, "Oh, I love you, man," and that was it at the end. And it's like, yeah. And funny
yeah,
enough,
but
he was actually he was at the top of Snowdonia yesterday morning, scattering his mum's ashes. So it's like,
it's such
wow,
a
that's
thing. See,
so weird
that's
how it was all
awesome.
connected. You know.
But I think again, like we talked to literally just covered it was, you know, what's the definition of being a man and all that, and what in today's society and all that is. Do you think emotion makes you any weaker of a man? Do you think emotion makes you? I mean, how many men have we had on this podcast that are quite alpha in their,
Mm.
quite dominant within their roles and quite strong men, but yet all of the men that I know that we've had on this podcast have all at some point, definitely can see they've got emotion.
Yeah, that is actually my next question. Is showing tears and crying, is that the hardest emotion for you to show? Doesn't have to be, I suppose, because you could say like maybe some people are really angry all the time, but they don't show it. So it's really difficult to keep that anger in, like for
Mm.
whatever reason. So it doesn't have to be crying. It doesn't have to be happiness. It doesn't have to be sadness or anger. But what do you feel for yourself is the hardest
Thing to
emotion to deal with?
defeat,
Yeah.
to know when I'm beat, because I can't give up. I can't. If I know if I've got to do something,
Yeah.
if I've got to lift something, move something, whatever it is, whether it's out my remit or not, I've got to do some piece of work, I've got to learn something, whatever it is, admitting that I can't do it is fucking destroying. And yeah, I'm seeing it a lot at the moment around people that I think strength's a big one for a man and I think ability and agility and everything else. Do you know when a man gets to a certain age and you admit to yourself that I'm not the lad that I was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that terrifies me. It really terrifies me more than anything because this lad will never go. So, and if he does, then I'm done. But like, I think defeat, knowing when I'm beat, because I can't give up. I'm a fucking. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it.
He's a
I
machine.
do you know what I mean? Look at me, you'll go, yeah, whatever, and all that. But for me, I think defeat is hard because I've seen so many people around me achieve so much from nothing. And I'm not talking finance or anything like that, but just so much out of their own abilities that, yeah, I think crying and that doesn't even come into it, but admitting defeat. Anger for me is not a
No.
doesn't I can't keep anger around. I can't do it. It doesn't warrant with me. We don't get on. Um Frustration. I mean, occasional road rage, but who doesn't? You know. Um
Mm.
However, anger I can't be angry. I don't like anger. It was, he said, massive part of me growing up was seeing angry situations of people that's angry, and I was just like, that's not who I am. It's just not who I am. I can, and the thing is that now is I can walk away.
Yeah, yeah.
I can turn it off. I can turn that off, and for me, you know, as much as OCD as I am, and you know I am, and cleaning and stuff. When I first had a child, I didn't deal with the chaos, the mess, the washing, the this, the that, the sick on my clothes, and then second time around, I don't give a shit. I'm like, oh, they make a mess. Kids, that's what they do. Kids make a mess. Oh, there's lips, there's fucking pen on the wall. It's fine. I've got paint in the cupboard. I'll just paint over it, or I can clean up when the kids have gone to bed, and then they come down again and do it tomorrow. Well, congratulations, Niall. You're going to do that for the next 15 years, so get used to it. Like, yeah, some things you just got to fucking let go.
Yeah.
Defeat's not one of them. Defeat, I can't do it. There's not much that I'll go, I won't do. Hence why the amount of DIY stuff I've started and gone, probably should have done that, Niall, but you're in it now, so you might as well fucking do it.
So, do you feel heard in life? Are you content with your situation?
Content where I am right now.
Yeah. Do you
Sure.
feel heard? Like people respect you for who you are?
I couldn't give a shit. Could not give a shit.
Fair play.
I don't need to. I need to be heard. If I'm working, fine. I need to be heard in that sense of a professional capacity. But if it's outside my own remit, I couldn't give a shit. I don't give a shit what people think, say, do, whatever. You can have your opinions, whatever. It's not my reality. I know what goes on in here. I know what goes on in my house, and
That's what matters.
That's enough for me. Again, shutting out the outside world is a mature thing that you learn at some point. That fucking cliche or what, but peace starts like here, doesn't it?
From within, yeah.
Peace starts with you and the environment that you want to create, and allowing your surroundings to express themselves as much as you need to express yourself. But yeah, I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a shit. If somebody doesn't like me, don't want to hear me, don't want to listen to me. If you don't listen to me, don't be around me. As simple as.
Yeah. So, what do you do when you're overwhelmed? Is there something you do, somewhere you go, or you just deal with it and put it away, bury it inside?
When I'm
And-
overwhelmed, honestly,
Yeah.
if I'm overwhelmed, long story short, is I try and be busy.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
I try and be busy, so frantically cleaning.
So
You
people
know.
would know.
Yeah. My
People
wife
that know
said,
you knows. Yeah.
if we've had an argument, I will finish that argument. We'll both say fuck off to each other, whatever, and then she'll go and sit down, and then she'll have a spotless house half an hour later because I've frantically cleaned. You know, I've done the washing, I've fucking done the dishwasher, I've cleaned the kitchen, I've made the beds, I put new bedding on, sprayed all the shower, done whatever, gone to the tip. All of that is for me is just going, put that negative energy somewhere it can be of use is my best saying ever. The moment you feel that fire and anything in between you, put it to use. You'll never get better motivation than anger when you fucking need it.
Yeah. Then
The
when
amount-
that moment comes.
The amount of good gym sessions I've had, the amount of fucking good long walks or runs or whatever I've ever done, they're the best ones when you're pissed off.
Yeah.
I think I mean professional wise, when I'm again, is when I'm working. Is if it's if I'm overwhelmed or if I'm a bit nervous about it, is humor. Just
Cover it, yeah.
I've told
Mask
you
it.
before, the stuff that can go on in here when it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't be like, I could, like I told you, I could make it. I could make a funeral funny in my head, not in reality, but in my head, I'll go, yeah. But what if somebody dropped that coffin though? Do you know what I mean? In in my head, we'll go like, that's the kind of stuff it would be just skits, because that's what me and my brother always did. We always made up skits in our head. I think if we would have had a camera 15 years ago, we would have made it by now with some of the funny shit we ever thought of. Yeah.
Oh. Have you got anything you're still carrying from your past?
Fuck me, a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of shit. But then that's all in a box. But it's also, it's also reminders as well. You know, you like, only you know where you've been, and some of the depths that you've been to, and some of the situations and stuff, and you found yourself in that have just not been very nice, or I don't know how to define me though. That's the problem. Is that it's in a box. They're all there. I know exactly what's there. I know some of the things that had a major impact on me, and I know some of the things that had a positive influence on me, and I know that some of the people that did,
Yeah.
and they'll always, yeah, they'll always be constant reminders of how I move forward.
So do you ever struggle silently or get dark days, and what helps get you through them times?
Dark days all the time.
Yeah.
Clouds are always coming around, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? So, you'll have days where you just don't want to do it, or you think, fuck, I can't be bothered, but then I have a purpose. You have a purpose. We all have a purpose to, we've all got reasons to move on and get going. And I think that's sometimes the toughest a man can be is moving forward in silence without making a sound. But I just think if you see a bloke not talking, but he's doing his thing, and you could sense that he's sort of dealing with some shit, you can do two things, right? You can ask him if he's all right, and that might open a can of worms, or you can just let him get the fuck on with it. And I know we should check on the people and all that. I would be, yeah.
Some
I'm
people don't
always
want to be checked, do they?
No. Some people don't want to be. Some people don't want to be asked if they're okay. Like some people be like, "Oh, I'd really benefit from therapy or counselling." I personally don't feel like anybody deserves to know anything that's fucking made me who I am today, because it's not going to benefit them. Me discussing me ain't going to benefit. I don't know. I mean, it's exactly what we do now, but
It's
not.
for you to get over things, not for them.
Yeah. I just know telling everybody anything from the beginning, or anything that ever impacts me, or anything that ever hurt me. Fuck me, Jesus Christ! It'd be like, that's my horror story, ain't yours. You know,
Okay,
unless
that's a
we're
weird way to look at it, I think.
unless we're talking numbers, then I'm all ears.
So do you think that people, men in particular, there's a good enough space for them to talk about issues? Do you think that is, obviously you get men's groups and counselling like we're talking about now?
I think there is. I think there is some great stuff going on now. More recently, I think. My honest opinion is, I think it's great that there is a lot of talks. There's things you can listen to, and again, sometimes being able to listen to those things privately is also a nice thought, because there's been a lot of, do you know, there's just been some, there's, even now, there's people out there, there's women out there that, that, for example, they'll take the piss out of men that wear the hoodies because they'll be like, I don't want a man that can't have these emotions and blah blah blah. So then the man goes, oh, okay, so on this platform, a man talking about his mental health is not an attractive trait, or again, so that puts a stigmatism behind it, and I don't like that.
Weakness, yeah.
But yeah, I just don't like that. I think sometimes even the publicity of men's mental health carries a stigma because even the people that are struggling the most would never go, actually, I should probably go to one of these groups. As much as they would benefit from it, they wouldn't, because the number one thing that a bloke does is he lets his pride get in the way, no matter what he's going through. A man's pride will always go up first.
Yeah, defense mechanism.
But I think it's important to realize that those things that are there for a reason is because not only but the people that put them out and the people that create these foundations and groups, but the people that also created them for all these people, and all these people that talk great stuff, they're also suffering themselves.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
That's why they started them. Yeah,
because it came from them.
Yeah. So what keeps you going, Niall? Every day, what keeps you going? When you wake up, you think, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna live anymore." What changes that attitude? Keeps you going, gets you out of bed, keeps you, ready for the day.
Two espressos and a wank.
There you go. All the men listening, that's all you need.
No, honestly, I think anybody out there, obviously, first and foremost, my kids, my family, and friends, and everyone else in between, all those. But anybody else that I can make an impact on keeps me going. Anybody else, I always said I'd never do a job. I'd never ever do a job that was never going to benefit somebody else. Okay, and I can stand by that, because any job I've ever done has been to benefit somebody else, to help somebody else, or do something for somebody else. And I've stood
I remember
by
you saying that. Yeah,
I've stood by that rule, because I just believe in, like, the world's a shit place. It's a dark place sometimes, and I just think there's enough people causing problems out there. Like, there's got to be a few people willing to fucking fix it. I just feel like I'm a more, that is me. That is me. If you want to know real me is, Niall is a fixer. He is somebody that wants to fix what's broken, because parts of me that are broken. So I feel like those parts of me that are broken deserve to be helping somebody else be fixed. That's all I want to do, is to fucking just make other people better, happier, do anything I can. Because I'm doing all the things I want to do. I'm loving the life that I want to live. I'm going to the places. I'm eating the food that I want to eat. I'm going to restaurants that I've fucking dreamed of. I'm sat on my sofa in the middle of the night, just fucking listening to jazz music that I'm fucking making me happy. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing all that stuff. I'm spending 30 quid on a candle and setting fire to it because it smells nice and I like it. So all that's, to me, I always wanted big things. I wanted big things. I wanted big life and
extravagant show.
And it taught me that none of that matters. It doesn't matter. No matter how much you want, no matter what you strive for, make sure your home is filled with love and fucking just being happy. Because fuck me, like, if there was something that I could believe in that was just about happiness and just being yourself, I'd fucking, I'd be a preacher for it. Because I believe in just being happy. Just fucking, no matter what it is, just no matter how dark it may seem sometimes. When we have those dark days, that's fine. I wish you could have a switch, just like, no, I was having a dark day today, so fuck off. And do you know, like,
big sign on your head.
Just a big sign, just fuck off. But for the rest of the time, I'm all good.
No, What scares you about your future?
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time with loved ones. Um, Making sure that I'm doing the most with my time with the loved ones and friends, and
Mm.
capturing the moment and being in the moment, because it just means it goes so fast. It goes so
Yeah.
fast. Little analogy for you was, I went to see, so last night I went to the cinema to see Scream with my brothers and sister. The new one, Scream 7, really good by the way, so go and see it. Um, we were talking about the first one, and then obviously Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox, being Monica and Friends,
Mm.
instantly took me back to a reality of, not a reality, a memory of being a kid, 6 week holiday, and Friends would be on Channel 4, and it would be like 4 or 5 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And my mum would be at work because she'd basically go to work. We'd just be at home on our own, fending for ourselves, eating whatever, buying whatever. There'd be like, she'd leave a tenner on the microwave and we'd get a bunch of food or whatever. And then we just sit and watch these shows, and these characters were young. These characters were full of life. And then I seen Courtney Cox last night. I was like, oh my God, like this is age. Age creeps, doesn't it? It is. I think. Do you know when people talk about the Grim Reaper? I think the real Grim Reaper is age,
Mm.
because it's just following you. It's like a fucking shadow. And I feel like, do you know when people say, "Oh, I'll do it next year. Oh, we'll go next year. We're thinking about going." I hate that. I fucking hate that. I'm like, do it. Just fucking do it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Do, if you want to go somewhere, fucking go it. Make the plans. Get in debt over it. Who gives a shit? You'll pay it back. You know, whatever you want to do, just fucking do it. Because tomorrow's not promised, and yet time, you don't get it back. If you could buy time, think about all the people that would have bought it. With
Yeah.
all the
Sort
money.
of fancy things and material things. Yeah.
And what, like, all the things that you like, you know, all the things that you have and possess. Not any of them carry any thoughts of feelings. And I get it. People are like, yeah, but you know, people say that with money, or you've got money or whatever, or what. Like, I don't care what side of the coin you are. Like, I mean, you can't buy happiness though. You can fucking materialize it for a little bit or
Money
whatever, but
makes life easier.
it makes it
Helps
easier.
situations. Yeah.
Absolutely. And but also, so does just living in the moment that you've got. That makes it
Mm.
easier. That makes you happier. But yeah,
But something you regret?
fuck me, regrets. So many, so many regrets.
Any that still hold weight with you today, rather than oh, can't resolve that. So it don't matter.
I think again, time. I was not spending time with loved ones when they, I should have done more,
I
or
take it
things that,
they've passed then.
yeah, or
Yeah.
even just some. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets is putting time into people that didn't deserve it.
Mm.
You know, um, people. I think another regret is people that take your nature for granted, because you are
Yeah.
because you are a sort of a positive affirmational person or whatever we are. Um, and they just think like it'll be all right. You'll be all right with that. Because that's the thing, right? People have always, I felt like people have always relied on me for that, for being the good person. Sometimes people take advantage of it. And then again, I think my final regret is just again is not showing up for myself in my younger years Like, if I could have had the knowledge in my young years that I have now, I'd have
back
pushed
then?
myself more.
Mm.
But not that I didn't do a lot, because I did. I did fucking everything. Do you know what I mean? I had some really good times. Had some funny situations, and
Yeah.
mate, I've seen some places, and I've fucking watched the sun go down in different areas of the world. So yeah, I'm grateful.
So do you have something that you've never said out loud or that nobody knows that you thought, I'm never telling anybody that?
I'm never telling anybody that.
I have one, but it's never going to be publicly fucking
Oh,
known.
see, this is where I tell you something. I'm like, nah. Oh, mate.
Just a
Not what-
thought.
I mean, I've got so many.
Okay.
I used to binge watch Sex in the City and fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Oh
Guilty
yeah.
pleasure. That's fine. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Are you proud of the man you are today? Do you think, okay then, do you think your 8-year-old self and 80-year-old self, if they could look at you now, would they be proud of
Oh,
how you are?
that's a question.
Booyah.
8-year-old self would be, why
You're
the fuck?
bored.
Why the fuck do you not own a skate park and you know you have
You're
shitloads of money?
boring. Yeah.
Um, 8-year-old self would say, you did it your way,
Or you're doing it your way.
or you're doing it your way, or don't stop being young in here. Would be, I think, my 8-year-old self. Don't stop having fun.
Mm.
I just can't emphasize that enough. I just, yeah. I think one, look after yourself. Two, it's all right to it's all right to get on top sometimes and just fucking let your feelings out.
What would you tell another man that is struggling? What one thing, one piece of advice that, say, somebody's listening now? We actually had a couple of comments on TikTok the other day
Mm.
that Niall was going to reply to because they were about Niall in particular, and he helped somebody through a dark time with something that he was talking about. So what sort of thing, one point that you think could help a few men out there that are struggling?
Um,
Listen to the podcast.
no, I was gonna say, before you think it's too bad, have a conversation about it.
Mm.
You know, before you think it can't get any worse or you can't see a way out, just share it with somebody else. Just fucking anybody. Like I mean, we'd both be accepting a conversation with somebody that fucking needed it. Of course we would.
Hmm.
But
We do.
um, yeah, I think just before you think it's too bad, have a conversation about it. And is it really worth all of you? You know, is it? I always used to say, and this is a fucking terrible thing to say. Um, no matter how bad it was, no matter how whatever happened or whatever happened or went wrong or whatever I did, always just go, yeah, but you're not dead though. So then I was like, no, I suppose not.
Did you die?
Yeah,
No.
but did you die? You never done blood before? um, no, I used to be like, yeah, but it can't kill you. It can't kill you.
No.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think somebody out there gives a shit. Do you know what I mean? Somebody out there gives a shit. No matter what you think, no matter what you're going through, no matter how dark it is, no matter what the problem is, somebody gives a shit. You might think they don't, but they do.
Yeah, come and chat to us. Send us a message.
Send it.
We'll be happy to help. And my final question now:
Oh, God, I'm enjoying the question.
5 years down the line, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself?
Hopefully at this time in bed. I'm fucking knackered. 5 years down the line, exactly as I am now. Hopefully slightly fitter than I've been the past couple of years since I've been enjoying this dad moment. Again, just to be as content as I am today, no matter where that is, no matter whatever situation I find myself in, to be as understanding and as content as I am within myself. Because you don't know what the future's going to hold. However, I have decided, when all is said and done, and I get to an age of going, do you know what? I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to do this. I have decided I'm going to sell the lot, and I'm going to live in a van. I've decided it. So, because I just don't need things anymore. I'm going through this phase at the moment where, do you remember that Chinese lady on Netflix that was like, it was the name like Mary Konjo or something like that, where it was about live minimal. I'm getting to that at the moment where I'm just like, I don't want to hold on to. I think things just don't define you, and I'm just like, I just don't want more than I need. I just want to go. Actually, you don't need that. It'd be nice, but you don't need it.
So how old are you at the moment? 33, 34?
34, 33, 34, 33. I'm going to be 34. I'm going to be 34 this time.
This summer.
Hmm.
So, okay then. So you'll be 39 when this is happening.
Ooh, will we still feel? Wait, how old will you be when I'm 39?
Well, in 5 years' time, I will be 52 this year. Fucking hell.
You're 52 this year?
No, in 5 years.
Oh,
5 years' time. Yeah, you asked me how old I will be. So 50, 50.
You're 47?
This year I am, yeah. I
Mate,
look fucking young, don't I?
What are we going to do for your 50th? We're going to have
I'm
to do
gonna,
something big.
I'm gonna go sit in a cemetery and dig my grave, get myself ready.
No, mate,
Underground bunker.
I am taking you somewhere big for your 50th. I don't care what you say. We're doing your 50th big. We're getting tuxedos and going to fucking somewhere for your 50th.
Boys on tour.
Gay, this bitch is done wear Jimmy's.
So that is it. That is getting to know Niall on a deep and meaningful level. Did you guys discover something that you didn't think Niall would be like, or something new that you were surprised at and happy with?
If you've got any further questions that are not just about emotion, feel free to ask away. All right? Like, what's your favourite film and all that shit? Ask me.
You didn't ask me that.
I didn't need to ask you that. We went on an emotional journey with you.
Yeah, I know.
You did with
so
me.
I did the same, mate. What's your point? You know, it's
I
going to help.
I appreciate it, though.
It's going to help a lot of people because obviously I opened up last time. You've opened up this time to a lot of things that some men have commented on my episode, that it really helped and showed that men can open up and talk and show emotion, and a lot of people see that as a weakness. Well, fuck you. I don't, and I'm happy. So
I think you will see anything how you want to see it.
Yes.
When you don't need it, but when you do need it,
it's a different story.
It's a different story. Guys, on that note, if you've enjoyed tonight's episode, please go and follow us on our channels. Go and watch our YouTube. Follow the thing below. Blah, blah, blah. But I really appreciate this evening, and thank you for that. Have a good evening, good night, good morning. Deuces. Fuck off as always.
Be good to your parents.